This rider is counterflowing and he doesn't have a helmet. When she asked him for his license, he scratched his head. Does that mean he doesn't have a license? There's a towing crew now, taking the motorcycle, impounded. Driver can't show a license. The crazy thing is, he has a helmet. He's holding it. Why didn't he wear it? He could have avoided having his motorcycle impounded. They probably would not have noticed him if he was wearing a helmet. That rider finished his ticket 5 minutes ago. He's still arguing with enforcers. The violation was driving in slippers. Here in Bong Nebrija, they issued tickets to both of these trucks who are fully obstructing the sidewalk. There's a lot of pedestrians here who are forced into the road. It's not just trucks though, there's also motorcycles. Actually, this gentleman keeps arguing with the enforcers. He doesn't want to give his license to take a ticket. His general complaint is that there's no parking inside. The thing is, that's not the problem of the enforcers, that's not the problem of pedestrians, that's your own problem, and you need to find a solution. Just imagine that you're the one walking your little child, and then you have to take them in the road. And then someone argues with you, oh, I don't have a parking space. Why is that his problem? That's your problem. You need to find a space for your own vehicle. Okay, it took a lot of work, but he finally handed over his license. I hope that he would appreciate the patience that the enforcers showed, because they could say, hey, sir, we have a lot of work to do, we're just going to impound it. Anyway, those vehicles that were ticketed are now moving, and the sidewalk will be cleared. I just don't agree with his argument that he doesn't have a space, so it becomes everyone else's problem. This van is parked on Bong Nebrija. There is a big sign in the background that says no parking both sides, and he's actually in the bicycle lane. The driver came out and he's arguing that they should have gone into the office to find him. How would they even know where the driver is, right? All they see is a vehicle parked on the road with a big sign that says no parking in the bicycle lane, and they want to clear it. According to the enforcer, there were also a lot of motorcycles parked here, but all the drivers came out. The only one that was left is the van. I'll be honest with you, when you impound someone in this area, it's often a headache, because a lot of people know a lot of people. But at the end of the day, they're just doing their job, and hopefully... This rider was flagged down for the unauthorized helmet. That's how you save money. You buy a substandard or unauthorized helmet. But later, you pay a lot more, either because the enforcer apprehended you or because you had an accident and they didn't protect you properly. Anyway, they write out the ticket and then send him on his way. Oh, there's no mirrors either on his bike. What's the deal with people who remove their mirrors? Maybe they figure I don't use them, so I might as well remove them. I'm not sure. See this lady here forced to walk in the road? Why? There's an SUV parked on the sidewalk. No parking space, so the towing crew hooking up to it now to clear the sidewalk. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. This is Congressional Avenue. They issued a ticket to that vehicle for parking on the sidewalk, and soon enough it will go up on the tow truck, and that will be taken to Tomana in Marikina City. This vehicle on the sidewalk was already ticketed, I think around a month or two ago. I'm just not sure if it was towed or if a driver arrived. It's in the same place again today, so they're writing out the ticket, the towing crew are making their video. I don't know, maybe the driver will come out again like last time. Yeah, there you go, the driver gave his license, so instead of impounding it, he'll just be given a ticket. The sidewalks here are obstructed with people selling items and all these tarpaulins. They're starting to remove them now because they know the SCOG team is coming. It would be great if the barangay could take care of this, since it's within their area of jurisdiction. But unfortunately, this is really how it is every day. The thing is, they do have shops. They have a space where they could sell legally. They don't have to obstruct the sidewalk every day, right? That's the thing, they have a space, but they want more and more and more and more. And a little further along, you see this taxi has been loaded on the tow truck for illegal parking. And this tricycle is also going to be impounded. Usually in this area, what happens is no one will claim a vehicle until it gets impounded. That's the time they'll say, hey, that's mine. Oh, in fact, there you go. Someone wants to claim it now. Because the truth is, with a lot of tricycles, no one is ever going to pay a ticket. If you write the ticket out to the plate, they do not care because they're not planning to pay it. But if it gets impounded, oh no, that's the time they want to claim responsibility. It's nice when you see so many riders wearing helmets, wearing shoes, pants, jackets. It means the message is really getting through. Oh, what's going on in the background there? Ah, no helmet. So they just pulled him to the side. Hopefully he has a license, then they can issue a ticket. It's 1,500 plus the slippers on the back, that's another 500. And then obviously she won't be able to ride anymore. She'll have to ride a Jeep or a taxi or a Grab or Angkas, whatever it takes. And here on Katipunan, you'll see they're hooking up to this one. There's a lot of complaints, especially from students, about vehicles parking on Katipunan, on the sidewalks, in the bike lane, even on the road. It does generate a lot of complaints. And if you're thinking that they might be from the bank, I don't think so, because the bank has a huge parking lot and there's so many spaces inside. Maybe it's residential parking, I'm not sure. The driver just came out for this one now, parked inside the big yellow box. If I remember correctly, this has already been ticketed before, perhaps more than once, I just cannot remember because I didn't memorize all the license plates. Anyway, they're just asking for the license and then they'll let her move the vehicle. That sign there is pretty obvious, no parking, tollway zone. And a little bit further along you see the enforcer writing out tickets to this rider. The driver has an unauthorized crash helmet and both the driver and passenger are wearing slippers. So if they put both violations on the ticket, that's 3,500 pesos. Very expensive. And on the other side you'll see another vehicle being pulled off the sidewalk now onto the flatbed. That's the new market. It's going to be absolutely amazing. When they tried to flag this gentleman down, he kept trying to push forward a little bit. They're asking for his license because he has no helmet, no shoes. The enforcer is taking his own photo just in case there's any complaint later. He can prove exactly how the rider looked.